Hi, happy day. Thank you for visiting my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mary. I had stuff to do, but I wasn't gonna post anything today, just like I didn't post anything yesterday. But anyway, if you're here, it is for a reason. It is because, I know for a fact I don't believe in coincidences. I believe that coincidences are just lazy synchronicities waiting to be noticed. Once you start noticing them, then that's whenever all the magic starts happening in your life. So anyway, that being said, the things that make sense to you make sense to you. I just wrote stuff down. Healthy boundaries. How do you say no? And then a bunch of squiggles like this, but they're like mixed into hearts. And then there's a carrot, but it kind of has like spiky tops like a pineapple. And there's half a heart drawn. Um, I just wrote time, just time. What are you in? Um, questions. What path are you on? What path are you on? Um, changing riverbank. I'm getting 9 energy as well. Okay, I'm just gonna roll to kind of help clarify all this stuff because this is just not really an 8. See this right here? This 8 has like some of the paint out of it, so it looks like a 6 a lot of the time, but it's really an 8. And so I really think that whenever it comes to the energy around you, and I was gonna say 8 too. That's so funny, but it's fine. Because I didn't want it to be biased. But yeah, it's really about looking around. Where are your healthy boundaries? Go look at the boundaries in your life right now. And it's only because some really big stuff is going on for you very soon. Like you're kind of an important person, you know? You're kind of a big deal. Whether or not you realize it, spiritually, you're a big deal. Like spiritually, you're very wealthy, and so as these new opportunities come into your life, those boundaries are meant to stay strong. Because when it comes down to it, everybody wants to be your friend. Whenever they get to know you, it's just more of who deserves to be your friend. Not everybody gets to be your friend. Doesn't mean you don't get to be everybody's friend. I know you want to be best friends with Tom Holland, but how are you gonna even see him or meet him right now? Like he's busy. He's in love with Zendaya. He ain't got time for friends. But either way, like you're not mad at Tom Holland. He's just busy. He's just actively busy. It's not like he's ignoring you. He's just busy and doesn't really know that he only knows the people who exist that the people he knows exist. And that's okay. And same for you. Now, am I saying you're somebody's Tom Holland? Yeah. Yeah, I am. In so many ways. In so many ways. You're Spider Man. And with great power comes great responsibility. Okay? So don't be messing around. Because especially with the 8 energy around you, it's a guardian angel number, but it's also the guardian angel who's like, I saw that, I'm gonna tell it. Ooh, you was in trouble. Next up is a 1. Yeah, this is a new beginning for you, and it is a new beginning, like financially. Like I will say, currency wise, it's a big deal currency wise. It's a new beginning currency wise. You're having new ideas for the currency. And I'm not even saying necessarily money currency, but like energetic currency, because you might have enough money. I don't know who has enough money nowadays, but if you're one of the people who do, congratulations. Congratulations, you know? But it's also like even if the things where you were making good money in some way, you're at this point where you've seen like, oh yeah, that's good money, but I can make good money and good energy and good vibes and not feel like shit at the end of the day. And And that's what you've begun. You're like, you know what? I accept. I'm gonna step through that door. I'm gonna open up that door and I'm gonna march on through because it's really something that you know that you deserve. A 6. It's about that love. It's about, where does it feel like your family? Where does it feel like you're truly loved? Where does it feel like you truly love being? You know, it's not easy being cheesy. It's also not easy putting your heart out there. And some reason I'm getting like inanimate stuff, like more like jobs and more like applying for a home, applying for a car, applying for things. And it's like, usually you could work things over with charm and all that or something. But it's also about finding a place that doesn't make you feel insecure or anxious. A spot in your life where you don't feel like it's constantly a drain. Finding out your passion is going to be like the biggest thing for you. I think that's the craziest part about it all, is that I think there's been this point in your life, like this about a lot of your life, where you feel like you can't be passionate about stuff, whether it's because like the other shoe dropped or something. But the passion is something you're allowed to have, and it's like a 66, as I was saying it. So trust that you're allowed to be like not just like monotonously moving through life. You're allowed to have fun and have people that resonate with your frequency, um, to the point where you feel like they are a part of your collective and family. This is another 8. Yeah. I mean, keep looking around. Keep paying attention to the energy. That's a constant thing. Eventually, like once that foundation is built, then it's good. But right now, there's a lot of stuff cluttered. You got a lot of stuff cluttered, and you're kind of cleaning up that energy. You're cleaning up your life. You're cleaning up the flow in a way that it's like you're shaping a tube to make the water go in a certain direction. You're providing pumping as opposed to just having water go wherever and people just have to find a way to get it. It's like now, or you specifically have to go find ways to get it. Like it was like you were collecting water from rain. Oh, but like the rain cloud kept moving, and now it's like, okay, well, I can set up a system to where it follows the rain clouds or whatever, or like the wherever it rains, it then goes downward into a place. Like there are lots of aquifers and all that. So people have discovered how to use ways to capture water, and in a way that was probably a lot of work at the beginning, but now it's just more maintaining that system. Going and checking the pipes, going and checking if there's anything clogging an aquifer, going in whatever. And and then it's just maintaining it as opposed to building the entire thing again. Um, and also, because you have so much 8 energy around you, I really want you to be aware that do not cut any corners. Don't cut corners. Don't skip over steps. Don't do all these other things, because 8 does not mess around. Oh, you skipped that step? You cut that corner? Turns out you needed that corner. And not only that, you're in trouble. Now your business is in trouble and your everything is in trouble because you cut that corner. Don't do that. Just don't do that. And you know that in your spirit. Um, Also, there's this deep inner knowing that it's time to do the work that's ahead of you. You know? And it's really like you're going to notice there's a cool assignments happening. You'll start to notice that the universe is hiring you for multiple different jobs, like depending on the day. And so today, let's see what the universe hires you for on this day. Today is um, March 15th or something, but whenever this finds you, this is when your today is going to be, because not everybody's March 15th is going to be the same. Okay? 8. Like I said, do not cut corners. It's another 8. You have guardian angels around you like no other right now, like a team of them. It's also, and the thing is too, it's not like you necessarily feel the urge to cut corners. But you know, if you said that you were gonna stretch and you didn't stretch, you're gonna get a try the horse. If you said that you're gonna start, if you see a homeless person, then you're gonna give them like a piece of your sandwich or something, and then you drive by a homeless person, you don't give them the sandwich, and then you eat it instead. Like then the next time you want a sandwich, it's gonna your bread's gonna be moldy or something. I don't know. Basically, do what you say that you're gonna do to a certain extent, because sometimes you're saying stuff just off the dome, and it's not necessarily for you. Um, but finding out what path in your life is full of integrity and integral to other people, um, it'll be the best option for you. We had an 8188. I think I missed a number. 6. 81688. 7. That's it. 25, 34. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Anyway. Okay, well, let's roll before I go. 7. Look within. Look within. Learn to authentically meditate, if that's what's good for you. But whatever works for you, works for you. Everybody is an individual. And there are certain things that are naturally going to resonate with your story in your chakra system, in your meditative practices, whatever it is. And it's important for you to listen to what matters, what affects you. Like there are certain people, like literally there is this one person that I follow, and she'll talk, her name is Leora Alexandra. And she would talk about her morning routine. Her morning routine is that she wakes up, she eats a banana, she does some stretching, she does, she does all this stuff. And she was talking about how she starts her day with a banana to get some fuel in her. And I was like, you know what, that makes sense. It's got potassium, calcium, all that. So that's what I was doing. I would start having a banana each morning to like get me fueled for the day. And it works for Leora. So I was like, yes. And then I started doing that. And it wasn't giving me the same results. I started getting cramps in my calves. I started getting tummy aches. Turns out I'm allergic to latex. And latex is related to bananas. So if you're allergic to latex, you can also be allergic to kiwi. You could be allergic to balloons. You could be allergic to avocado and banana. There's other things too on the list, so just look it up if you're curious. And so even though I wasn't having a large reaction to these things, I was having mild reactions to this. Because even with latex, it's a very slight allergy. It has to be there for a little bit. Anytime I would get a Band-Aid or like they'd wrap me up with something or like on me, then I would get like blisters on my skin. And so it was just slight irritation in my gut health. So it was starting differently. Because like it's good for me to start with something. I like to have collard greens in the morning. Collard greens. Sometimes I'll have it as a soup. Sometimes I'll have it with some type of protein. I usually like steak, or ground beef, or chicken. I do eat meat. I pretty much only eat meat and leafy greens now, because that's what works for me. So yeah, it's like just because it works for somebody else doesn't mean it works for you. But something like it, something along those lines can work for you. Like, it wasn't the fact that it was a banana. It was that each morning she wakes up and sustains herself. She provides sustenance to herself. And that's a good way of having some self-care in our lives, So, yeah. Okay, I think that's everything, honestly. I feel pretty, like, light, ready to go. I still have some stuff to do anyway, so it kind of works out. Yes, beautiful souls, do the work that's put ahead of you. And not necessarily just because it'll be rewarding or you'll get a reward for it. It's that the fact that it will be rewarding to actually enjoy doing work that feels good, that doesn't feel like work. I know it sounds crazy, but there's like literally work out there that's not going to make you feel like you're doing work. And you deserve it. And even if to other people it looks like it's work, like, well, I don't want to do that. Like one of my favorite things to do is like to do a bunch of like 100 of one thing. Like, oh, you need to write 100 postcards? No problem. I'll start with the first part. the return address, return, or whatever. Okay, it's this date. It's all about this date, this date, this date, this date, this date, and like create a machine process. I like doing stuff like that. I like being able to go through and like I would have been perfect for an industrialized child working as at a factory on a whatever because I like doing stuff like that. That doesn't mean that's the only thing I like doing though. And that doesn't mean that the people around me want to come in and watch me do it or start doing it themselves. Their hand will cramp. They'll get bored. It's not fun for them. So believe in who you are. You're a shining star. Gonna shine so bright. Show everyone your light. Stay synchronized and look out for the numbers. I got distracted. Let's keep a lookout for the numbers and stay synchronized.